South Carolina continues its best start in 12 years with a 92-76 win over the Lipscomb Bisons at Colonial Life Arena. And the Demetra, Alex English, and Mannix another night with balanced scoring for South Carolina. 6 different players reached double figures, led by Dwayne Notice with 16 points. It was not necessarily a Rembrandt defensively for South Carolina against a very tricky Lipscomb team, which led the nation in three-point makes. But South Carolina got that lead in the first half because of some good ball pressure out on the perimeter.
And they did a good job of getting deflections. You got to do that when you're playing a game like a game against a team like Lipscomb. They do a good job of moving the ball around the perimeter, and when you're coming at them too hard, they go back door. They get wide open looks at the basket. Gamecocks did a pretty good job getting their hands out, being athletic, making the deflections, and then finishing on the other end.
They were plus 12 in points off turnovers in that first half as we get a look at some of the havoc they wrought on the perimeter. Darius Thornwell with the steal, leading to a run out. Not the first time we saw that in the first half.
And with Thornwell and P.J. Dozier out front, they have long, lanky bodies. They do a good job of getting those hands up, stretching those bodies out, getting the deflections, and then they do a good job of pushing the ball up the floor. P.J. Dozier to the rim, and he sees the floor so well.
Lamona Sakevicius, perfect day for the senior from Lithuania. 7 of 7 from the floor. Perfect 3 of 3 at the free throw line. Soft touch in that big body.
And I like this kid. Mendoza's catching us. You throw the ball anywhere near him, he's going to get it, and he knows how to finish with his left or his right. He plays well behind the zone defense, getting behind the zone, moving his body well. Teammates do a good job of finding him.
P.J. Dozier continuing to cement himself as the Gamecocks point guard, showing up on defense there. And even when he makes a mistake, he still finds a way to contribute.
That does a good job of seeing the floor, running the offense. And I told you, he's getting more comfortable offensively, making that shot, making the three-point shot, getting to the rim. And then the Gamecocks had a difficult time with this offense because they go back door. They drive at you, and then they go back door. They did a good job of scoring points in the paint, and if they weren't scoring them in the paint, they were shooting threes.
And certainly Lipscomb used to doing that. They finished the game with 13 threes in 35 attempts. Josh Williams was trying to get them back into it. Bisons had closed to within 5 in the second half, but could get no closer than that. Again, seeing how troublesome that can be to defend, but not enough in the tank for the Bisons, who fall to 3-5. South Carolina moves to 6-0 for the first time since the NCAA tournament year of 2003-2004. Also plus 14 on the glass. And the Gamecocks finished the day 51.5% from the floor. That marks the first time the Gamecocks have shot 50% or better in 3 straight games since 2003, 2004. A lot of these milestones harkening back to that NCAA tournament year, which is certainly where the Gamecocks hope they will land at season's end.
And we're hoping that's the direction we're going. The way they're playing right now, I would say yes.
So South Carolina with a 92-76 win over Lipscomb. Gamecocks back in action at Colonial Life Arena Monday night as they take on the Western Carolina Catamounts. For Alex English and the Demetra, so long from Colonial Life Arena.